Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Natasha Mai. This is a twin flame reading for Divine Masculine for the week of 10 February to 16 of February 2020. It is not gender specific, so please take it as it resonates for you in your personal connection. So if you are the female, I'm sorry, I'm just going to say he to keep the readings easy, but please take it as it resonates for you. In this reading, I will be covering mental space for Divine Masculine, heart space, and what is it design in regards to this connection and union. And I will be doing an extended version where I'll take a deeper look into this reading and look at the actions Divine Masculine will be taking, as well as give some guidance from source in regards to actions that needs to be taken in this connection. So please check the description box below for information on the extended readings. I've got some private readings and healing sessions available. I've got meditations available and some new packages, guys. So check the description box. If you want to take a look into your personal situation, I suggest a private reading with me. If you're in search of some healing and some help, some guidance, I can help you with some healing and guidance as well. So just check the description box. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons for me to keep my channel going and growing. And let's see what's happening with Divine Masculine. Okay. Mental space for Divine Masculine. Let's take a look. Guys, I've pre-shuffled. I'm not going to shuffle on video. It just takes too much time. And I just prefer to do it this way. I'm using 4 decks: Bonfire Tarot, Tarot of the New Vision, Romance Angels, and the Magical Messages from the Fairies. And the first card that came out for Divine Masculine was the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords is a fast-moving knight, is a maturing energy. He's not as immature or young as the page, but not fully a king yet. In most tarot decks, this knight comes in very fast with communication, or just comes in very fast to claim his victory. There's a little twist to this card in the Bonfire Tarot. If you look at this knight over here, look at this horse. It's jumping to try to knock him off his seat. And I channel, guys. I don't read, so I'm going to give you the energies, how I feel it, how I see it, and what I hear from my personal guides. And obviously from Divine Masculine as it comes through. This knight is very brave, and he's very strong. He's a very powerful knight. He's very driven. He does not listen to opinions of others. He kind of follow his own ways. Don't want to say thinking, and I don't want to say heart, because it's swords. It's not linked to the heart. But this page pretty much does as he pleases, but he's very strong, and he likes to claim his victory. In this specific deck, this brave knight chose obviously the strongest and the biggest horse to suit his own personality. The downside of that is that horse is uncontrollable. It's wild and it's uncontrollable, meaning it's not gonna take orders, as this knight do not take orders, and it's most probably this knight is gonna land up having issues getting to his destination because of his horse. And choosing the biggest and the strongest horse was obviously meant to get him there faster, but now he's gonna have some difficulties on his journey and getting to his destination because of having to control his horse, or trying to control his horse, and his horse is out of control. So this symbolizes a situation that are prolonging your journey, or steering you away from your journey, or causing unnecessary difficulties on your journey reaching your destination. Okay, maybe by making the wrong choice, or it could be any obstacle or any other thing that might be influencing you on your way to where you were headed. Okay, so obviously this night is about coming very fast towards Divine Masculine, coming very fast towards his Divine Feminine. Wants to come in very fast with communication, want to come into union, want to maybe up and up about emotions, but there is something on on the journey that is distracting or causing difficulties for this for divine masculine actually getting to his divine feminine. All right, and definitely the next card does symbolize that he's heading towards his divine feminine, or that was the plan, heading towards his divine feminine. The Queen of Cups is our divine feminine. She holds the divine cup of love. She's a lovely, beautiful queen. She's physically beautiful. She's got a beautiful heart. She leads from a heart. She's very much in control of her emotions, though. She's very balanced. She's the very place of transformation. She's a mother. She's a nurturer. She's very wise. And highly spiritual. And this is obviously where this knight wants to go. Okay, but now something is hindering that process for divine masculine. You can see he's moving away from divine feminine opposed to moving towards her because of his horse. And so that horse could symbolize another person, a divorce. It could symbolize a financial situation or any kind of difficulty, steering him away from his divine feminine opposed to steering him towards her. For some, I do also feel that the divine feminine may have walked away, and now divine masculine in his mental space are thinking that she's moving away from him. That is the obstacle. The divine feminine may have cut the connection, and now they're drifting apart with this with these two cards. The next card that came out was the Three of Cups, which could, 3 is linked to union. This is a card of celebration, so this is a union card, but this could also be a third-party situation. So that might be the cause here. Might be a third-party situation that is causing this obstacle for divine masculine reaching his divine feminine, or coming towards her in the way that he actually wanted to. That could be hindering this connection. So it might be another person, but a third party doesn't necessarily mean another person. It could be a financial situation. It could be any kind of situation, maybe having to move because of work or business, but it can also be partying, friends, people giving unwanted opinions, gossiping. I feel gossiping maybe. That could be hindering this knight from reaching his destination, or may have caused obstacles and blockages on this journey for divine masculine towards his divine feminine and coming into union with her. But this is definitely where divine masculine in his mental space wants to go. Okay, he wants to come in very fast regardless of these obstacles and whatever has been standing in the way. He wants to come towards his divine feminine, come very fast with communication. There's a very pure intent here, sorry guys, with this white horse. Really wanting to come in very strong with this knight. This knight is very strong, very confident. So I do feel the divine masculine really is thinking about, or in his mental space, is pretty much overtaken with coming towards his divine feminine. And the next card that came out was the religious card. Religious factors that says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing or spiritual path. And this just to me feels like this divine spiritual connection with divine feminine. This just validates to me the divine masculine wants to come forward, and he wants to move very fast towards his beautiful spiritual queen over here, which is obviously a spiritual journey with her, and he wants to come towards union and celebrate this union with her. All right, but there's definitely some obstacle. There's some obstacle with this horse. And the last card on mental space for divine masculine was the business venture that says trust and follow through on a new business idea or career opportunity. So for some, it might be business, it might be a career opportunity that might be the obstacle here. The divine masculine is thinking that is driving them apart, or is causing difficulties in actually reaching his divine feminine. But it could just be a financial situation in regards to a marriage, and splitting of assets, children, things like that. That is the obstacle here. Okay, so I see two different kinds of obstacles. I feel two different kinds of energies coming through. So for some, it might be a financial situation, or having to move because of business. I don't know why I feel move, because I don't see a move besides from the horse. But yeah, I feel it could be moving further away from divine feminine. And the other obstacle that comes through very strong is a third party situation. It's another connection or another commitment the divine masculine needs to get away from, or is ending. I do feel an ending here, even though I don't see any endings in the cards. I do see, not in the mental space though. But let's take a look what's happening in divine masculine's heart space towards his divine feminine and their union. The first card that came out here was the Five of Cups. Now the Five of Cups is about being sad about spilled cups. That is what this card is about. And you can see this man in this picture is holding his head. He's really taking strain. He is really sad. He's concerned. He's worried. And he's really just thinking about the things that has been spilled. There's a house there at the back that does make me feel like a home breaking up, a marriage or any other commitment with someone that is ending, that has caused a lot of difficulties, made divine masculine really tired. And even though there's two cups still standing, he's been so consumed by the situation that he's having really a hard time here, putting his attention or focus into those two cups that's still standing, which is obviously this divine connection. But for most, I do feel that divine masculine here is looking at what has gone wrong between him and his divine feminine, rather than having a look at an ending of another commitment or some other kind of situation. That is not what's causing this headache for this person in the Five of Cups here. It could be a little bit of both, but I do feel for most, divine masculine is really having trouble dealing with what went down with him and his divine feminine. I do know that a lot of divine feminines has ended the connections, and they have walked away. I've got some cords moving forward on their own, while divine masculine's been going through whatever he has to go through on his journey. And this is really upsetting to divine masculine. He's feeling really sad. He's very worried. He's very concerned about it. He's holding his head. And I feel like he can't think right now. Divine masculine is having trouble thinking and figuring out what can he do to still save this connection. And we've already seen him thinking that it's they are drifting apart. It's over. They're moving into different directions, and this is really causing headache to divine masculine. Not that I think it's funny, guys, but yeah, this is very sad coming from divine masculine's heart space. Then the next card that come out that does definitely validate that for me is the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords. Now the Nine of Swords is about dark night of the soul, having nightmares, unable to sleep, going through a lot of pain, anxiety, and I do feel this could be because of whatever situation is an obstacle here. But for the most, I do feel this is divine masculine, pretty much in this state, unable. This is really weighing heavily upon his heart, not being with his divine feminine, and this separation between him and his divine feminine. He's having nightmares about it. He's having anxiety. He can't sleep at night. It's haunting him, stabbing him through the heart. he's feeling a lot of pain, in regards to whatever situation has occurred between him and his divine feminine, and he's going through a dark night of soul with this card. And the next card for divine masculine's heart space was the Seven of Wands. Now the Seven of Wands is about fighting. You can see this man is standing on top of a hill. He's trying to fight off some guys over there, and this could be a fight between him and another commitment, obviously fights in regards to splitting up of assets, if there is a divorce going on or separation going on, fighting off maybe financial situations or many different things in his life. Divine masculine has been fighting things off in his life, and obviously that could be what is causing the obstacles in regards to this connection, and divine masculine actually reaching his divine feminine. And but also with this card in this heart space for divine masculine, with this card, you might be feeling sad about all this fighting going on, because that has caused difficulties in his connection with his divine feminine. But I strongly feel with this card that he still feels on top of everything. Even though he still have to fight off a lot of things, he still feels on top of everything, and he still feels he's got the strength and energy to fight for this love and for this connection with this God. I really do feel the divine masculine in his heart wants to fight for this connection, and he wants to fight for his divine feminine as well. And number 7 there is spiritual, is linked to spirituality. So yes, divine masculine in his heart still wants to fight for the spiritual connection and this beautiful divine feminine. Okay, and the next card that came out from the Romans angel says, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the biggest energy of all. And this is obviously what divine masculine wants. He wants to give this beautiful energy to his divine feminine. He wants to give it to himself. He wants to be safe to love her. I do feel that there might have been other people involved, more than one person, that might not have been approving of this connection. And divine masculine has to fight these opinions. So there might be an inner fight as well going on in divine masculine in regards to his divine feminine, but he wants to fight for this love. He wants to open his heart and give and receive this beautiful energy towards his divine feminine. And definitely with the Knight of Swords in the bonfire deck, that this knight doesn't listen to opinions of others. So divine masculine in his thinking is at a place where he's not gonna listen to opinions from other people anymore. He doesn't want to listen to opinions from other people anymore. He wants to come forward to his divine feminine and love her and fight for this connection, regardless of what everybody else is saying. It's been causing him such big nightmares, not being able to be there for his divine feminine. And the last card that came out for the hot spice of divine masculine was the assertive. Stand up for your beliefs and only say yes if you really want to. And this is exactly that. Divine masculine in his heart is standing up for his beliefs, and he believes in this connection, and he believes in his divine feminine, and he believes in the beauty of this spiritual connection in his beautiful divine spiritual queen. And he's not going to listen to opinions of others anymore. Divine masculine is not going to listen to opinions from others anymore. He is going to stand up for his beliefs with his divine feminine. He's going to stand up for his love towards divine feminine and be assertive, and only say yes and listen to other people when he really feels they know anything. This is what I feel from this card. So divine masculine is coming, is in his heart space. He's going through dark night of the soul, but he's kind of in that place where he's made the choice. He can either stay in the dark night of soul, having nightmares about not being with his divine feminine, keep looking at the spilled cups, being sad over not being able to give and receive this beautiful love, or he can be assertive and stand up for his beliefs. And he's made the choice to stand up for his beliefs. and he's not going to say yes to other people's opinions. He's not going to say yes to anything else, any other people or things that are causing difficulties for him anymore. He's not going to fight them off anymore. He's going to actually stand strong and fight for this connection. He's letting go. He's letting go of all these other opinions, all these other fights. He's not, he doesn't, in his heart, he doesn't want them to be this obstacle in his way of coming towards his divine feminine anymore. Okay, and let's see what's happening in divine masculines. But we'll take a closer look at that in the extended guys. Let's take a look at what is divine masculine's desires in regards to his divine feminine and the union. And the first card that came out was the High Priestess. And yes, this is obviously, what does divine masculine desire? He desires his divine feminine. The High Priestess is the divine feminine. This is the mysterious woman, the spiritual woman, the one with the intuition that follows her intuition. She's very mysterious. She's got a lot of knowledge. She's a very wise woman. She might be practicing a craft, witchcraft, or be part of a cult, or just some sort of spiritual teacher, tarot reader, or whatever. But this mostly symbolizes someone highly, highly spiritual and very wise, a very old soul. And this is our divine feminine, a very old soul. She's highly spiritual, whether she's a teacher or not. And she carries all the wisdom and the secrets of the universe and of the journey within. She doesn't necessarily share, she doesn't with everyone. She doesn't just share it. She gives a little bit of information and allow it to grow, and allow for more to be asked for before she gives. And I do feel the divine masculine desires this woman. He desires his divine feminine. He desires to know more about her. He desires to know all her secrets. He desires to know this mysterious woman on a very deep level and become a part of her world. She lives in a completely different world, a secret world. And divine masculine desires to be a part of that secret world she lives in, because it's beautiful. This high priestess symbolizes a very, very physically beautiful woman as well. She's not only beautiful from the outside, but she's so beautiful from within as well. And she follows her intuition, and divine masculine has to follow his intuition as his divine feminine does, and without questioning it. That is how divine feminine operates. She doesn't question her intuition. And the next card that came out was the Four of Pentacles. This could be, once again, be a financial situation that's been weighing heavily upon divine masculine. That could have been an obstacle in this connection. But this card is also just about something that is really got a great value to you, that is weighing heavily upon on your head and on your thoughts and on your shoulders, and you're trying to figure out a way to overcome this mountain, this big obstacle that you're facing. And divine masculine is definitely designed to find solutions and answers to overcoming this obstacle between him and his divine feminine. And number 4 is linked to stability and solid foundation. So he's looking for answers to give her the stability and solid foundations and the longevity she deserves. And the next card that came out from a tarot new vision was the moon. And the moon is about secrets, but this is also about transformation. Divine masculine, as we've seen already with the high priestess, wants to be a part of this secret world and this secret life and this secret journey with his divine feminine. But this card shows a man walking off into the unknown of the oceans. There's 2 pillars here, swallows flying from the one side to the other, which symbolize the veil between the physical and the spiritual. And this man making his journey, walking off into the unknown, following his guiding light, not knowing where it's going to end up, but he's just trusting the process and just walking off into the unknown and going through that veil, that transformation. crossing the veil between the physical and the spiritual. And this is what divine masculine wants to do. You just want to walk off into the unknown with his divine feminine. She's the guiding light. She's the moon. Okay, he wants to follow her. And on his way of making this transition, he does look back. This man is looking back at the shore, but he's not looking back to change his mind or change his decisions of leaving things behind. He's looking back only to reflect on what he's leaving behind as he walks off into the unknown, um, towards his divine feminine. And this is what divine masculine desires. He just wants to look back, reflect on things, and then leave it behind and walk off into the ocean of transformation with his divine feminine. And this is a beautiful card. And what else does he desire? He desires playfulness with his divine feminine. Look at this card, and guys, look at how beautiful this couple is, how tender the love is between them. And this card says that to recapture romance, allow your inner joyful spirit to shine, or fun to shine. Divine masculine wants to recapture the romance with his divine feminine. That may have obviously suffered a lot because of these obstacles. He wants to recapture the romance. He wants to be youthful and let his spirit of fun shine again with her. He wants to be playful with her. He wants to seduce her. He wants to really be tender and loving and caring, and just, spend a quality time with his divine feminine, with this card. This is beautiful. He wants to come to this beautiful, beautiful divine feminine. And look at this woman over here. She is so beautiful, and she's so seductive. Not really seductive, actually. She's very sensual, and she's very loving and caring, and there's a lot of tenderness in this card for me. I feel a lot of tenderness. And divine masculine desire this tenderness with his divine feminine. He's longing for it. He really wants to recapture this with his divine feminine. Okay. And then the last card that came out for divine masculine was the be yourself. And this card says this situation calls for you to be your authentic self, which is the basis of your personal power. And with this card, I do feel the divine masculine desires to be himself again. He desires to find himself again. But also I feel that with divine feminine, divine masculine can be truly just himself, and he's fully accepted for who he is. With his divine feminine, his true nature comes forth when he is with his divine feminine, and his longings for it. He desires to be himself again. With his divine feminine, that is the only place where he can truly be himself and not be judged, but still be loved. And this is definitely something the divine masculine desires from this connection, or desires. And this is why it's coming in so strong with that Knight of Swords. Um, and yeah, divine masculine is really sad about the obstructions and the things that is in the way right now that's steering him away from his divine feminine. If she had walked away, he is trying to figure out a way to recapture the romance with her, and he's really sad about it. If something else were the cause of this separation and moving them apart from each other, divine masculine is really trying to find a solution to get control of that horse, to get control of this horse, whatever this horse symbolizes for divine masculine, to move him closer and not move him further away from his divine feminine. But we'll take a closer look in the extended, guys. Please remember to check the description box below for information on that, as well as the other services and packages I've got available. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe button for me to keep my channel going and growing. And I will see you in the extended divine masculine or in the next video. Thank you so much, and namaste.